Shalom guys, hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for a combo reading. So I did a couple of these and they were real intense. So if you are new, my channel gets really intense sometimes, okay? When I mean intense, it flows out of me in a very huge way, okay? And it could be really hard to digest sometimes. It's always for uprightness sake, but it's like a force sometimes that the Spirit uses to come through my spirit, okay? So anyway, the air and water and the fire and air reading was just, a what for was given by the great one that was on the inside of me, given a what for. It's really hard energy sometimes to be underneath that, but Jehovah, obviously we're dealing with warish type people. It was really coming out. It was really coming out. So anyway, if you're returning, welcome back. You guys already know. Those of you who are brand new, I use the living language in scripture because it's actually found in the tarot. I use the name of Jehovah because he is my Father in heaven and he is my Yeshua, and which is salvation, by the way. And his name can be found in the tarot as well. So if you'd like to watch that video down below on the Shabbat where I kind of broke down some stuff about his name in the tarot, that's down below. But I'm not churchy, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, and I don't put the spirit in a box, okay? So anyway, we're going to take a look at some another combination reading. So whatever I wrote at the top is the two elements that we're going to look at. I've done several videos today, and I was all dressed up this morning. And then I decided that I was going to go somewhere, and I walked outside, and it started to, like, little ice pellets kept coming down. So I was like, well, I guess I won't go anywhere, because I'd taken my nice clothes off to put some just down to street clothes on, and that happened, and I was just like, whatever. And then I got too hot in the jacket that I was wearing, so I changed my clothes again. Anyway, guess it is what it is. All right, let's see what two elements we're going to look at here. Okay, air really wants to be seen today. Oh, I don't know why I didn't just take that. So it does want to be seen. So there is a heartbreak. Air and earth is what we're going to look at. Okay, well, this energy for a long time, as I always say when it comes out, has really gone at it for quite some time. With the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, and there is a heartbreak somewhere. There is third parties going on for a lot of people. There's been a lot of freaking strife and war, and my God, and I was just in the Fool, and the Fool showed itself in both the air readings that were a combination with the fire and the water, and it showed itself in both of those. So they got their heart break or pierced, or there's a blockage in the heart or something. Somebody got the scales over their head. This is a generosity card. Somebody's heartbroken because somebody's going to be generous, I guess. I mean, I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I guess it just depends on what your situation was. If somebody was generous where they shouldn't have been generous, then I get it. Okay, then that's a heartbreak then. Because not everybody's situation is the same. But whatever's taking place within some type of situation here, somebody is getting the scales over their head for something. So we do have legal matters going on. So let's get busy and see what's going on with this. Show me the past position, please, Jehovah. Jehovah, just rebuke and bind and block every foul, demonic, wicked, dark energy right here, right now. You know, we've sure been seeing a lot. I've just seen the Empress. We've sure been seeing a lot of the Empress, and I will make reference to the cardinal-fixed-mutable signs because I did on the other two readings because stuff was really coming out because we're still under that energy as I'm recording. So if you're catching this video way past the timestamp, then something with that energy then has caused you to tap into this video. There's really no space or time. If you caught this video in the time that you did, then that energy for whatever your combination is in your chart is playing out some way, somehow, or it's affected you, okay? And always remember that energy is going to flow differently for any given person. For some people, it's going to be physical, and some people can be mental, emotional, however it is. But I was explaining in one of those readings that I feel the energy, okay? I don't know how to explain what I'm actually feeling when something's coming through me. for a prophecy purpose in my office, what I'm doing here on this channel, but I'm feeling all of it, and it's expressed in so many different ways in your life, and I'm getting all of it coming out of me sometimes. That's why it's so forceful sometimes, I think. And just really kind of get a download about that myself as I was explaining it. It was as if Jehovah was explaining it through me and giving me understanding as well as I was expressing that in that last video. And so so that's kind of helpful for me to just accept that, because I've really had a hard time with my walk with the divine on what, you know, have told before, why'd you make me this way? It's really hard on me. And he said, don't ask me why you made me this way. Took me right to scripture and showed me that we don't ask. He made us for his purpose, and we're being tested, and he's testing what he makes and things like that. So for whatever reason why it's coming out, I just accept it, okay? And so I have an understanding now for the most part of why it's so forceful at times, because I'm getting the bunch of all of it at the root of the source of the thing, and then it just expresses on whatever I'm picking up for any given person that's watching the video. I hope that makes sense. Show me the past energy for air and earth. Give me just a second. Okay, so now in the air and fire, in air and water, this came out, okay, it's the judgment card. And so somebody's getting a judgment really big. Okay, it came out in the outcome, and then it showed up in wording in the living language. It showed up in the other reading in this card, and now here it is again. And so this is the Resh, the head, the man, the boss, the chief of something. Something's being blown up. The trumpet's being blown. People are trying to blow the trumpet because of war energies. They know about it at the top of the mind space. It was shown in the Cardinal-FIXED-MUTABLE readings that the Emperor and the Empress energies that come together, it makes a slicing type of an energy. It's an anxiety type of a energy that's being brought out here. Okay, it's some type of war, and something being blown up is being judged. Okay, so the judgment are things that have been hidden, but they're coming to the surface for people to deal with. This card exists because people do keep trying to push something down, and you have to say, you're going to deal with it. You're going to let it come up. You're going to deal with it. I'm going to blow it up. And you're going to either forgive or you're out or something like that. There was a bastard there in the air and the fire reading. So these two cards also wanted to come out. So the Two of Cups was there in the fire and air reading, and then the Nine of Pentacles is showing up here. This is high discernment about something as well. So this is past position or something that just took place. In the past, just past. Could be 5 seconds ago or 5 years ago or whatever. It's just showing up here in the past position. Some type of trumpet was blown, and it was really coming out of my spirit, really big. And the Nine of Pentacles is also somebody who's single. And if we're dealing with people trying to come together and there's third parties, then that's what's showing in the past position. There was unity with something, or the Two of Cups is here, or soulmate energies are here. So is the Judgment card could be a soulmate card as well. But secrets were buried. Death is here. Sexual things are here. Things on your job, taxes, money can be attached to that. The Nine of Pentacles is, we put you in the corner, we make you work, we take your money, but you gotta act like you aren't of no worth. But boy, we know that you've got something, and we're gonna take from it. And that's exactly what's taking place. And that's also the lower version of the Empress. But if there is a bastard going on in some type of situation, then somebody got somebody single, pregnant. Okay, and they weren't, and there was just something that took place with that, and there's something going on with that apparently, because it's really coming out. We've been seeing a lot of children and stuff like that, and obviously on the spiritual level, we're talking about the bastards of the devil. All right, that they're none of the Most High's children. Okay, whatever this is that's going on with this energy with these children and stuff, Jehovah stated that he was going to judge people who have been in the occult and done some things with children. And he's going to burn a witch. Let him burn a witch. However he's going to do that, they're going to get burned because the fire goes before him, and it burns up all his enemies. All of his enemies. Okay, however he's going to do it. So we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands is here. Okay, well, this Knight showed itself for the next 3 days. Showed up in one of my general readings today for the 14th, and then it showed up in two of the element readings for the cardinal fixed and mutable signs. This is a departure. This is the in and out. This is a lover type of energy. This is not a king. This is not a queen. This is a freaking knight. And somebody was going to give a testimony about some things, and it's a good solid testimony about something. And so, you know, something was ending because the world card was there today. So the top of the mind is, okay, it's the same place in the air and water reading. The top of the mind was the strife. This is 5 of Wands, and this is some type of stupid competition going on. And some type of heartache is coming out of this stupid stuff. Okay, it just is. It's because you're dealing with it's somebody who is just a narcissist. The 9 of Cups is there. But if somebody don't want somebody else to get a wish fulfillment, you're dealing with an overindulger of some sort for some of you all. And somebody sexually overindulges. They've got a sex, they're a sex addict or something for somebody that I'm picking up an energy for. But somebody got pregnant doing that stuff for some of you all. But for others, there's just been third parties around something. Somebody just played in and out a situation. But remember, the High Priestess was there for today's date. And she's secrets, and she's the other woman. And we also seen the other man in the fixed sign readings at the end of that. Okay? And this energy is a lover card. In and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, so something's happened, and there's a bunch of people involved, or they've got a bunch of people thinking that you're the one, or something like that. There's an illegitimate child for some people, and maybe somebody told 5 different people that, no, this is your child, to get the cha-ching, or something. I don't know what that is, but somebody's getting some type of a scale over their head for some stupid playing energy that's been real passionate. And there's other people that have been in agreement with this decision, but there's some type of a... There's a trumpet being blown, okay? And there was city walls there. And the King of Pentacles was putting his you know, which is earth energy that we're looking at here, was putting his horns down in the ground. And remember, for the next 3 days, for the dates of 14th, 15th, and 16th, somebody was kicking. Because they're freaking stubborn as all get. We also had a fugitive, and we also had that energy come out that somebody was trying to get away. Stupid. You ain't gonna get away. Stupid jerk. You're the crap you are. You're vomit in the earth, which you are. Show me the outcome, please, for air and earth. So, the Page of Pentacles, a good solid message. Somebody is going to get a message. And this is somebody who is good with their hands. It's a student. It's children. It's teenagers. There's the fool again. Somebody is getting a clean slate because somebody's a stupid fool. And all they do is they just keep returning. Given what we've seen on the cardinal fixed and mutable sign readings and the daily reading that this actually ended up coming out, making this card come out all 3 days. Remember on one of those readings how it was hitting me, somebody kept trying to go back into the past, because that's what the fool does. Their foolishness. The fool will return to his vomit just like the dog, or the dog will return to his vomit just like the fool will return to his folly. This is fixed that way in somebody because that's how they play, okay? They don't give a rip. They'll be a third party. They don't care about you. They don't care about their family. They just don't care. Somebody's stubborn. They're causing a ruckus up here. And this person will never change unless you do something. That's why the tower has to be in this house. Because it's full of pride and ego and everything else. And something is known that it is foolish. And that's what the communication is going to be about. Give me another one, please, for the outcome. It's coming in fast. Somebody's just very hasty. Somebody in the now is trying to go back to this person that was in agreement with them, all right, to do something here with this judgment, with the head, the man, the boss, the chief. And that's exactly what was being shown with the world card today, which can also go back to bosses and somebody who's standing in the upright, okay? And somebody thinks that they're going to just come on in here and woo themselves again. Ain't going to happen. They know. Somebody knows at the top of the mind. The person that's trying to do it knows about the strife that's happening around them, and so does the person that they're trying to woo know about the strife that they'll continue in if they get involved with this stupid. Okay, there's a stupid here. All right, there's just a stupid here, and they're a kook, and they're foolish in what they do, and it's known. Okay, it's backstabbing stuff. It's death around somebody. Well, it is, because some some death energies was showing up there in the reading. It's right here. The 8th house goes back to that. Whatever that was, somebody just got backstabbed. So there's a message here. And there is going to be a good solid message, and somebody's going to feel like they got backstabbed because they were in agreement. But look, baby, you can't be in agreement to do wickedness and just feel like you're backstabbed because you did wickedness and backstab somebody else. It don't work that way. Somebody's a freaking kook, and whatever that was for you. So there's the Emperor, and I just seen the Empress, and they were for the next 2 days side by side. There is war, people. There is war, and the Emperor get up and take a risk. If he's in the upright, he'll go out his door, and he will not lose. He'll win. He will, and he'll slice. And he'll go over the wall, and he'll get up in there, and he's going to do something. He is going to do something. He's going to take somebody out. He's going to take somebody out. Because that's the father figure of the universe as well. So we have the letter D and the R, and something is very dear to somebody. Something is very dear to somebody, and they're going to get up real quick and do something. Jehovah, you just bring it out, please. Yeah, so Jehovah's going to burn a witch. Because he said so. And he said so for this. That's amazing. Earlier I did a reading, and as of right now it's still uploading. And there was a lot of fire around situation. Now, some people, that's past energy. You're dealing with the house fire or something like that. But the word was surround and being around a hole or something like that. And if Jehovah is going to make a literal witch burn, then he's going to cause something to take place where they are surrounded, and that person possibly might be burned, literally, people. Literally, for what they've done. This is the occult energy here. That's huge. Because what they've done is caused a ruckus in the earth with a bunch of people and caused a war in a very bad way. And if Jehovah's coming out here and saying, I'm going to burn a witch, he's going to burn a witch, then I guess he'll because they're foul. And fire purifies, and so if Jehovah's going to say, okay, well, here comes my fire, then here comes. However he's going to, that's going to play out. But there really was, there was extinguished type of energy, and I was bringing out something about a fireman, and at the bottom of the deck that I picked up, there literally was a fire there, or this person is involved in some type of a fire act type of situation that's taking place, and they're guilty of some type of fraudulent thing, and were money and stuff like that, and somebody burned it. I'm not sure, but Jehovah states he's going to burn a witch today. So that's huge, people. It's huge. This person ain't getting away. So there's some type of cleaving or a breaking or a cleaving. Somebody is trying to cleave to somebody or something, and just ain't going to work, or they cause it a division. There's some type of a division here. Yes, and it's showing up right here. It's known about this person, that there ain't no hope for this person. They've done what they're done. So your son or your son-in-law. Now today we had your mother or your mother-in-law, and I made reference on a couple of those videos. It was your daughter and your daughter-in-law that was connected, but it could be also your son and your son-in-law. But making reference to the prophecy. There is prophecy that literally states your mother and your mother-in-law and your daughter and your mother and your daughter-in-law energies. But this is saying your son and your son-in-law is involved in something. So it could be his wife, or it could be your son or your son-in-law that's a witch, or it's your mother or your father-in-law. It could go the other way as well. It's still connecting to other people. It's still connecting to family. This is a father. This is a boss here. This is the head, the man, the boss, the chief here as well. It's huge, people. What's going on? It's really huge. So there's a scraping and a scratching, and we've been getting a polishing or something like that. And I made reference today, if you're dealing with a cleaner or a cook or something like that, something got scratched or scraped or something like that, then this is here. There was a lot of money involved in this stuff, but we've got money here, big time money here with the Judgment card. Go back to money, and so can the Nine of Pentacles, because this is very fruitful energy. Okay. Somebody, secretly did something and stole something. It's going to be blown up. They're just a freaking player. Okay, we have the word shave, and today we had the energy of somebody shaving their head, or somebody who's a barber is involved in something like that. Okay, or somebody who wears a wraparound type of cloth, or obviously if you're going to go get your hair done, they put that thing around you, right? So, whatever that is. Somebody's in design, or somebody designed something, or has been planning, or there's been some type of an imagination or a device. Something's been very cunning here. Yes, it has been. I mean, we're dealing with the witch. People, we're dealing with the freaking witch. There's shaking and violence. Well, there's war. People, there's war here. Money's coming back to the person that it belongs to. Whoever's going out kicking and putting their horns in the ground, they're in witchcraft, they're being burnt to the ground. So there is a shake. That's right here. Twice. Violence, shake, fury, fear. Well, somebody was in fear. They were in fear. They want to sign their soul away, scratching a stone, and bow down to that crap, and think they're hearing something. They're talking to freaking demons. Let them just go ahead and do it. They're out of here. Somebody is very truthful in the way they feel about somebody, and somebody else just had a freaking cow about it because they're in witchcraft, and they just like, no, no, you can't, and I'm going to stop you, and all that kind of crap because something sexual in the past, or your ex, or something like that's been around something. But there's something really bad here, people. There just really is. But that says you're the only one for me, and you're special, and it's truthful here within a couple people. And you couldn't make it up if you wanted to. The blowing of the trumpet in the yard. This was the card that came out in the in the air and the water reading. So here it is in the air and the earth reading as well. And the King of Pentacles was in that reading. So everything is really entwined. And so it's a judgment. There is a big judgment on somebody. And they think that they're going to blow the trumpet and try to protect themselves and what they did, because there's a lot of money involved. Okay, it's over. Burn their freaking city down. All their little walls are coming down, and I really lost it in that reading. But I just feel that Jehovah said, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and you and I cannot stop what Jehovah's going to do to this person for what they did. Okay, so this person is shaking. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are, but this is their fate. This is what they wanted. They wanted to be like this, and so this is what they caused. It's known. And there's going to be a message about whoever was decaying by the water, or the backstabbing, or whatever took place, by way of word of mouth, and was circulated and caused somebody to be a disgrace and put in a corner and all that kind of stuff. That this person now is going to get burnt for that, really bad. So this goes back to sounding an alarm. There's an invasion here because there is a war coming, people. There is a war. You better brace yourself. You better brace yourself. Somebody said, please forgive me. Well, that's between you and the divine. I don't know. I'm just here to give the word, and this is what came out. Until next time, shalom.